Good morning, friends. Happy Sunday, or whatever day you might be coming to this. I hope you're having a good day. Today feels like chaos and mess to me, but that's all right. Some days are just like that, huh? Anyway, let's go ahead and get into your reading. We got the Three of Cups, Five of Pentacles in reverse, and Queen of Wands in reverse. There's kind of this grouchy energy that I get from this. It might be kind of specific to a few people, but that's kind of the overall feel I get from it. The Three of Cups, when it's in reverse, you know, there's that saying, three's a crowd kind of a thing. And sometimes in readings, it can signal something like an affair or whatever. But really what I got was just this sense of being overwhelmed by people. Like you want to be alone. Or like you want to be doing this by yourself or something like that, where you're just kind of like, just go away. Just leave me alone, you know? And that wasn't even really the grouchy part. That's just this feeling of like needing your alone time. If that's really speaking to you, you might go check out my Instagram and TikTok. Both of them had readings about kind of this hermit energy, like being alone kind of a thing. Anyways, so yeah, just that feeling of like just being overwhelmed by people. Like you've had to deal with people for a long time and just haven't had that space to just recollect your thoughts and like maybe have some quiet time, right? Some of us need a lot of quiet time. Five of Pentacles in reverse can talk about recovering from financial hardship. So you might be finding yourself in a place where you're kind of bouncing back in that way. And that can feel pretty good, but at the same time, I can kind of understand why you might just want to spend some time alone too. Spending time with others sometimes can be monetarily draining as well as draining in other ways. So if you're on that recovery track, congratulations and keep doing what you're doing. Yeah. Queen of Wands in reverse. This is where that grouchy kind of bitchy energy comes in. The Queen of Wands in the reverse can be kind of aggressive or demanding. Just this sense of wanting control, you know. And again, I mean, if you haven't had a lot of alone time recently, we can very often find ourselves in that kind of an energy because, you know, it feels a little bit like we're spinning out. If we haven't been able to collect our thoughts and really ground and center ourselves, we look to control our environment. And that includes the people around us. And that's really what I'm getting from this Queen of Wands. So, I mean, even without pulling an oracle right now, what I'm seeing is just really that need to honor that draw that you're having to spend the time alone. Okay? Don't shy away from it. Sometimes I know it can be really hard to get away and find that time and space to take for yourself, or it might feel selfish or whatever. If you're a parent, I know that adds an additional layer of complications to that. But, you know, if you have a babysitter or grandparents or someone else in your life who can just take them for an hour, right? Longer would certainly be great. But even if it's just an hour, go take a walk by yourself. Literally just go to the park by yourself. I know you might have done that with your kids a lot. You might find that exhausting normally. But doing it alone, or, you know, go to the beach and listen to the waves crash if you're near a beach. When I lived near a beach, that was my happy place. Really, any body of water. Hearing those waves and everything. So here I sit giving this advice, and the Oracle does not want to speak. I'm not really sure what this deck is called because I got it when I first started tarot, and the box is nowhere to be found. So if you know the deck that has that backing, please let me know. I'd like to get the full-size version because this is kind of a mini version. And it's fine, but the full-sized decks feel better in your hands. Okay, there we go. And it dropped on the floor. I didn't have that for the first part of this reading, but anyways, it seems to be a common theme for me. So let me grab that. I'll be right back. I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. Now, there's an owl on there, and there's a lot of symbology with owls. So if that sticks out to you in particular, you might look into that a little bit, Google it. You know, it really ties back into that going within, though, and finding that inner wisdom. And, you know, the card itself, I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. In this particular instance, again, it's just shouting at me, like, take that time alone, in quiet, whatever it is that you find rebalances you. And I know, like, for some people that is reconnecting with your people, right? So for some of you, that's kind of your default. I'm shying away from that because of this Three of Cups in reverse. But for those of you that is kind of more your jam, it might just be being intentional in that endeavor and, like, seeking out the people who really do recharge you. So take all that for what it is. But the really important part is just coming back into that alignment, finding that grounding, that centering for yourself, whatever that means. Getting closer to consciousness and really being conscious of the things that you're doing and how you're doing them. Okay. I hope that there was some nugget of help in there. And I look forward to reading for you again soon. I love you lots.